Yeah.
I swear they've got Chuck Blazer. What a fantastic name.
Chuck Blazer.
He can only be American. He can only be American.
How do you think he got that name? He just goes into meetings and goes, I've had enough, and just throws
his jacket on the floor.
and just walks out.
Yeah. That would be very literal.
Hey, that's how a lot of names started, right?
No, I don't. Like, is it?
Blacksmith.
Yeah. Smith and Tyler.
And Red Indians. Native Americans.
Is that how they... Shag
it's like Dances with Wolves, smells like knob cheese, that kind of stuff.
It smells like...
Yeah, fucks buffaloes.
What was your name then?
Just wait. Oh.
Well, I wasn't a Native American.
What would it have been?
I think it'd be something like Waits for Vitacool.
Started.
Yeah, that's it.
First of all, I just got to recall a story that V said to me the other day. What was that thing where you were looking at like YouTube videos and you were looking at like random cricket videos to see like what had a lot of views and a lot of comments, and we basically doing a little bit of research, and then it was like one of the video names was like better than Sachin Tendulkar eat shit.
It was Sangakkara is better than Sachin Tendulkar eat shit.
Some people get very cross.
That is not subtle at all.
Very cross.
Welcome to another episode of Cricket Critics. Nearly ruined it.
He's been recording that rubbish.
Yeah.
Never make the edit.
I want to talk about the KP book. Now, I trust we've all read the KP autobiography. V?
I have.
No.
KP, the autobiography.
Yes.
What a segue. Now, Copes, I think, like, I don't know, you must be living in the Stone Age or something, because you bought the physical copy of the book.
Yes.
What's wrong with that?
This is true. You're absolutely right. I have, and I'm surrounded by them now in my little Heidi cubbyhole James Bond supervillain lair. These strange things that you won't understand, sort of hard things with written words on them. You're absolutely right.
What are they for? Fires? What fires?
I've actually got... I've got his book.
You see, now that's something that you can do with books. You can lend them to other people.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
it's propping up a table at the moment.
Well, at least it's been useful. Do that with a download.
A coaster.
Do that with a download.
It's as thin as a coaster. Yeah, do you know, my first reaction when I picked up the book, it was like, it was very thin. I opened up, I had to look at the pages. The words are very big.
Very spaced out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, there's, for an autobiography, and I know he's not, he's a relatively young man, he's only 34, yes. But it's not very big, is it?
Well, it wasn't really an autobiography in that he spends most of the time just bitching about everything, doesn't he?
Why did he call it KP the autobiography?
Good question.
You've stumped me there. One of us is clearly wrong. I'll ring up Andrew Strauss and see what he thinks. Pretty sure he'll back me up on this.
Yeah, well, he doesn't trust anyone. I don't trust him.
I don't. Massive trust issues. What's that got to do with anything?
I don't know.
I don't understand. So, I can't put him for the team because we don't trust him. Well, don't fucking leave your lunch money next to him then. What's that got to do with anything? He hasn't been the same since V intercepted him in that car park. That's what happened to Andrew Strauss. So he's got trust issues. V going around stalking him.
Well, I can't help it. We hang out in the same places.
Yeah, by sheer coincidence. First of all, it was Duncan Fletcher at that hotel. And it's Andrew Strauss. You're trying to pick off the entire 2005 Ashes winning team. Going to creep up on Simon Jones in Waitrose next week, probably.
So anyway, this is autobiography.
No, wait. I think we need to just discuss this Andrew Strauss thing because, like, no, it didn't make the last edit. The story.
Such an exciting story.
It's going to be more exciting than your Duncan Fletcher story.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
What happened?
Go on then.
I was in a car park in McDonald's. I saw him walk past my car. I was like, "Oh my god, that's Andrew Strauss!" I quickly ran over, and I was so starstruck. I didn't take a picture with him.
Anyway, KP, the autobiography.
Yes. Cracking good read. Thoroughly worth money. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Extremely entertaining.
Did you find that he repeated himself a lot?
Well, he does repeat himself a lot. You know that. Every sentence he says the same thing twice. Hello, Ness. Hello, Ness.
It was
a good pitch. Good pitch.
Most of it was in
That's what he
triplicate.
does. Well, look, I'm not having this.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I'm pro KP.
Yeah.
Not as much as you'd think, but I am pro KP.
What was that thing he said in there about what he was comparing the coaches? Basically, he had was it Duncan Fletcher as a coach, and then Andy Flower afterwards, and he's like, oh, what kind of help did I get from Andy Flower? Zero, zilch, nothing.
Yeah, he's one for hyperbole, isn't he? Yeah, isn't he, KP?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of shades of grey with him.
And like, you know, when he starts having a go at Matt Pryor and calling him
God,
cheese,
does he have a go at Matt Pryor? Man alive!
and he's like, oh, you know, I knew, and he tries to be clever with it. He goes, oh, it's not, you know, I knew cheese when he was just milk. You know, I knew that cheese was running. He wasn't really brie. He was more like Dairy Lee. And I was like, well done, Capes. Like,
yeah, he's labouring the cheese metaphor there.
You're
isn't
a poet. You're...
Steve Parmesan. That's who should have gone.
Yeah, do you remember that? That was brilliant. We were coming up with cheese puns. So we have to explain.
You're not going to be able to broadcast this. No one knows what you're on about, man.
We were in a game, and we were
so bored.
Before Nukes retired at the age of 6.
Yeah, and then I can't remember what we came up with.
We had a competition, didn't we?
Ian Baby Bell. It was just some really rubbish ones. And then the umpire of the opposition came up with Steve Parmesan and ruined our game. It was just like, oh, we can't
come up with the best one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, bastard.
Hate him.
I think you read a lot of these books. It's all very bland, and it's all well. I came out about after lunch, and I was on 37. And I got a particularly tuck one off my legs for 3. Yeah. It's the dirt. That's what we're interested in.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
I skipped over... You know when he starts talking about his childhood and stuff like that, I just started skim reading past
Everyone does. No one cares. But we all do that in autobiographies. I don't care where you went to school. I'm not interested who your cousins were. No one cares. Don't put a picture of your mum and dad in a book. I don't know them. Don't like them. Just get to the bit where you're famous and the juicy bit that we've all bought it for.
Yeah,
That's what we want.
I don't care about Kevin Pietersen being from Petersburg.
Peter Marisburg.
Yes.
But that is true. There's a lot of Peters going on there. You're absolutely right.
So, I do have a problem, though. I'm like you. I'm very pro KP. Pretty much every episode we've broadcasted, we've mentioned him, and I don't think he's played in any of the games we've
No.
Well, I think the reason, we were all born in England, and he's the finest English batsman of his generation.
We'll get onto the controversy of the KP not being picked for the Ashes.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do have a bone to pick with him.
Bone away.
If he's listening, I mean.
His statements on a particular player.
Oh no! Oh God, no!
Speaking of players that get mentioned in every episode.
I've forgotten about him. Oh God!
Now, he talks about James Taylor, and he was like saying like, oh, he shouldn't have been in that Test match against South Africa. He goes.
He shouldn't be because there's no pads small enough to fit him.
He said
he has to cut the fingers of other people's batting gloves to make his pads. That's how he does it. He says it in the book. He goes, oh, I was telling Andy Flower, he's too short. You got these world-class batsmen against him. His dad is a jockey. He doesn't think he's built for the gig, basically. So something like that, right? That's right, because...
Then he goes... He follows that up with nothing personal to James Taylor.
Nothing personal against the little dwarf. Absolutely. Because that's right. There have been no good short batsmen, have there? Oh, sorry. Sachin Tendulkar, he was quite good.
Yeah.
Don Bradman.
Apart from him, there were none. Oh, yeah, Don Bradman, he was good. Apart from him, none. Sonny Gavaskar, oh, no, he was quite good. Gundappa Vishwanath, oh, no. Apart from those 4, no good short
Brian
batsmen.
Lara.
Oh, yeah, again, sorry, Brian Lara. Yeah, apart from them, no good. Mahela Jayawardene. No, apart from those, no good short batsmen.
The list is endless.
Nothing personal there.
Nothing
Nothing
personal.
personal. Nothing personal against a little short ass. So I'm a big Pietersen fan, but as I say, I'm abject in my admiration for Andrew Strauss as well. So this is a difficult time with me. It's like my mum and dad getting divorced. It's outrageous. I don't know who to side with. And I like the way. I think I said this the other day, V. He didn't bring him up and tell him we weren't playing, did he? Made him come to a meeting and told him straight to his face. Straight to his face, you're not playing, son. Bad
You're not
luck.
playing. And what did Pietersen say? Well, I'm injured anyway, Achilles.
Yeah. You know, we've spoken about this before. If you're picking, say we're going to have this all-rounder at 6, we're picking 5 batsmen. Is he in the top 5 batsmen in the country? If the answer is yes, I don't care how difficult he is to manage. He should be in the side. But, you know, I'm a huge amount of admiration for Andrew Strauss. He's clearly, I don't think it's a petty decision on Strauss's part. Maybe I'm wrong. Perhaps he just doesn't like him. But Strauss seems a pretty even-headed guy, and I think he's just one thing that he doesn't care what other people think. Andrew Strauss, who do what he thinks is right.
It doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't make sense. Let's be honest. He was taken out of the team when he was the best player.
Yeah, and the only one. No one else carried the cans back for that.
Yeah. Why wasn't Ian Bell fired? Why wasn't?
Well, it wasn't Kevin Pietersen being clarted around Western Australia for 28 off 1 over or whatever, was it? You know,
That's true.
Unlike Mr. Anderson, you know, I've got nothing but against particularly, but when he broke Botham's record, you'd think he was God on toast. I mean, for crying out loud, he was in that team too. None of the bowlers get dropped. There's no consequences for them. Johnson is the one I'm worried about. Johnson will probably win 1 game for Australia this time. Stark looks too good to me. I need something to happen to him.